You've done everything to keep this relationship alive, but instead of love, you get chaos. Come closer. This one's for you. Love isn't supposed to feel like a puzzle you can never solve. Sometimes what starts as an easygoing, exciting connection turns into something complicated. Suddenly, every decision feels like a debate. Every plan gets tangled in drama, and you catch yourself wondering, why does it feel so heavy? That weight often comes from a partner who makes connection conditional. Love feels earned instead of shared. And here's the truth. Relationships aren't meant to drain us. They're meant to grow us. Yes, effort is normal, but constant complication? That's not love thriving. That's love struggling to breathe. You don't need to carry the entire relationship on your shoulders. Real love feels like teamwork, not a test you're always failing. How did we get here? Remember when you first got together? Things felt natural and easy. You could talk for hours without any stress. Making plans was simple. You both wanted to spend time together, and it just happened, without drama. But somewhere along the way, things changed. Maybe it happened slowly, so you didn't notice at first. Or maybe it happened fast after a big fight or stressful time. Now, simple things feel hard. Going out to eat becomes a long discussion about where to go, what time, who pays, and why you chose that place last time. Even small conversations turn into arguments. You want to tell him about your day, but somehow it becomes about something he did wrong or something you should have done differently. You start to feel like you're walking on thin ice all the time. You might start to think this is normal. Maybe you tell yourself that all couples fight. Maybe you think that if you just try harder, things will get better. But deep down, you know something is wrong. Love shouldn't feel this exhausting. Signs your partner makes things too complicated. Here are some ways to know if your partner is making your relationship harder than it needs to be. Everything becomes a big discussion. Simple choices like what movie to watch or where to go for lunch turn into long, tiring conversations. Your partner questions every decision and makes you explain everything. They change their mind often. One day they want one thing, the next day they want something completely different. You never know what to expect, so you can't make plans or feel secure. They create drama out of nothing. Small problems become huge fights. If you're 5 minutes late, it becomes a discussion about respect and caring. If you forget something small, it becomes about how you don't pay attention to them. They make you guess what they want. Instead of telling you clearly what they need, they expect you to figure it out. When you get it wrong, they get upset and say you should have known. They bring up the past in every fight. Every new problem becomes connected to old problems. Nothing ever gets resolved and put away. Every argument includes things from months or years ago. They make you feel guilty for having needs. When you ask for something or express a feeling, they make it about how hard they work or how much they do for you. Your needs become burdens instead of normal parts of a relationship. They have rules that keep changing. What was okay yesterday is not okay today. You feel confused about what they expect because the expectations keep shifting. And they make you prove your love constantly. You have to show over and over that you care. Nothing you do seems to be enough to make them feel secure for very long. Why some people make love complicated? Understanding why your partner does this doesn't excuse the behavior, but it might help you see what's happening. Fear of being hurt. Some people make relationships complicated because they're scared of getting too close. If things are always dramatic or difficult, they don't have to be vulnerable. Drama feels safer than intimacy for them. A need for control. Making everything complicated gives them power in the relationship. If you're always trying to figure out what they want or how to make them happy, they feel in control. Low self-esteem. Some people don't believe they deserve love, so they test their partner constantly. They create problems to see if you'll stay. It's like they're asking, "Do you love me even when I'm difficult?" Bad examples growing up. If they grew up in a home where love was conditional or relationships were always full of drama, they might think that's normal. They learned that love comes with struggle and chaos. Mental health issues. Sometimes anxiety, depression, or other mental health problems make it hard for people to have easy, flowing relationships. Everything feels like a threat or problem to solve. Addiction to drama. Some people are actually addicted to the ups and downs of dramatic relationships. Calm and peaceful feels boring to them, so they create excitement through conflict. The cost of complicated love. When your relationship is always complicated, it affects your whole life. You start to feel tired all the time. You might have headaches or trouble sleeping. You worry constantly about what mood your partner will be in or what problem will come up next. You start to avoid friends and family because it's embarrassing to always have relationship drama. You might start doing things you enjoy because your partner makes it difficult or because you don't have energy left. Your self-confidence starts to suffer. You begin to doubt your own feelings and thoughts. You wonder if you're too sensitive or if you're the problem. You might start to believe that you don't deserve better treatment. You lose touch with who you are outside of the relationship. All your energy goes to managing your partner's emotions and trying to keep peace. You forget what makes you happy or what you want in life. This isn't healthy for either person. Even the partner who creates complications isn't truly happy. They might get temporary control or attention, but they don't get real intimacy or trust. What healthy relationships actually look like. In a healthy relationship, most days feel peaceful and happy. Yes, you have disagreements sometimes, but they get resolved without huge drama. You can talk about problems without fear. Both people try to make things easier for each other, not harder. When one person has a bad day, the other person offers support, not more stress. You work as a team to solve problems together, not blaming each other. You can be yourself without worrying about your partner's reaction. You can share your feelings without having them turned against you. You can have different opinions without it becoming a fight about your whole relationship. Plans are made together with consideration for both people. Decisions feel collaborative, not like battles to win. When things go wrong, you face them together instead of blaming each other. You both take responsibility for your own emotions and actions. Neither person expects the other to be perfect or to read their mind. You communicate clearly and kindly. There's room for both people to grow and change. You support each other's goals and dreams. You celebrate each other's successes instead of competing or creating problems. Most importantly, being together feels good most of the time. You look forward to seeing each other. You feel relaxed and happy when you're together. Love feels like a gift you give and receive, not a job you have to work at constantly.
What you can do instead. If you recognize that your partner makes your relationship too complicated, here are some things you can try. Set clear boundaries. Decide what behavior you will and won't accept. For example, you might say, "I won't discuss this when you're yelling," or "I won't talk about past fights during new disagreements." Stop participating in trauma. When your partner tries to create conflict over small things, you can choose not to engage. You might say, "I can see you're upset, but I don't think this needs to be a big discussion." Use simple, clear communication. Instead of trying to guess what your partner wants, ask directly. Say things like, "I need you to tell me clearly what you want," or "Please be specific about what's bothering you." Don't take responsibility for their emotions. You can be supportive, but you can't fix their feelings or make them happy all the time. Stop trying to manage their moods or walk on eggshells. Focus on solutions, not blame. When problems come up, try to move quickly to "how can we fix this?" instead of getting stuck in "who is wrong?" Take care of yourself. Make sure you have time for your own interests, friends, and self-care. Don't let the relationship consume your whole life. Suggest professional help. If your partner struggles with anxiety, depression, or other issues that make relationships difficult, encourage them to talk to a counselor or therapist. When to consider leaving. Sometimes, despite your best efforts, things don't improve. Here are some signs that it might be time to end the relationship. They refuse to acknowledge the problem. If your partner won't admit that they make things complicated and won't try to change, you can't fix the relationship alone. They get worse when you set boundaries. Some people escalate their difficult behavior when their partner stops participating in drama. This is a red flag. Your mental or physical health is suffering. If you're constantly stressed, anxious, depressed, or getting sick from relationship stress, you need to prioritize your well-being. They become abusive. If your partner starts using emotional, verbal, or physical abuse to control you, it's time to leave and get help. You've lost yourself completely. If you can't remember who you were before this relationship or what made you happy, you need space to rediscover yourself. Professional help doesn't work. If you've tried counseling together and your partner still refuses to change their behavior, you may need to accept that this is who they are. Building a better future. Whether you stay in your current relationship and work to improve it, or you decide to leave and find something healthier, remember these truths. Love should feel good most of the time. While all relationships have challenges, your overall experience should be positive, not draining. You deserve a partner who makes your life easier, not harder. Look for someone who solves problems with you instead of creating more problems. Healthy relationships have a natural flow. Things feel easy and peaceful most days. You don't have to work constantly to keep the relationship from falling apart. You can't change another person. You can only change how you respond to their behavior and what you choose to accept. Trust your instincts. If something feels wrong in your relationship, it probably is. Don't let anyone convince you that unhealthy behavior is normal or that you are too sensitive. You have the right to be happy. You don't have to stay in a relationship that consistently makes you feel bad, even if the other person says they love you. Remember what real love feels like. If you've been taught that struggle equals passion, remember, calm and joy can be just as deep, just as real, and far more sustainable. Real love doesn't require you to prove yourself constantly or solve endless puzzles. Real love feels like coming home. It feels safe and comfortable, but also exciting and growing. It challenges you to be your best self, but it doesn't punish you for being human. In healthy love, both people want to make each other's lives better. Problems get solved together with kindness and respect. There's room for both people to have bad days, make mistakes, and still be loved. You don't have to accept a relationship that feels like work every single day. You don't have to carry the whole relationship on your shoulders. You deserve a partner who meets you halfway and makes love feel like the gift it's supposed to be. So tell me, when love starts to feel more like chaos than comfort, what's your next move? The answer should always be to choose your own well-being and happiness. Life is too short to spend it solving puzzles that were never meant to be solved. Choose relationships that feel like home, not like work. Choose partners who make love feel easy, not impossible. You deserve nothing less than love that lifts you up instead of weighing you down.